Hey, this is Pete from Abstract Ocean. Today we're going to be going through the different options we have for making your chrome logos on your Model 3 or Model Y, S or X in some cases, into a different color. So we have three options. We have vinyl decals, we have logo covers, and then we have emblems, so direct replacement emblems. Right now these are in satin black, and that's what I'm going to be using for the comparison for all of these, but we're probably going to get paint matched versions as well. So for all of the testers, so 3Y, S and X, the logo decals, so these are just simple vinyl. This is what they look like. This is the satin black. You just peel this off. We have a video covering this applied onto the emblem. I'll cut now to the camera behind me, which is pointing at the front of our Model Y. That's what that looks like. So you'll see that, and hopefully you can see it in kind of the shine. I've got some pretty bright lights on this, but you do see the edge of the chrome emblem underneath, and that's absolutely intentional, and that's sort of one of the options for the vinyl option. And the reason we do that is we don't want to make the installation complex. You literally just float the carrier sheet, obviously without this white sheet over the top, apply some pressure, and it sticks there. But for that reason, we're not looking to wrap or do any complicated cuts, so you do see some of the chrome underneath it. Option 2 are the logo covers. If I just open up one of these, so you'll see this is a two-piece set. I'm just going to open this up real quick. So on the back you get the usual 3M VHB tape, you get a pull tab to make it easier, and we also have a video showing this, but this basically just sits right on top of the emblem like that, and it's a really snug fit. So this is our own design, no one else has this design. All the edges are super tight. You'll see on some versions they're either just one piece, which is awful, so there's no gap at all between the arc and the main T, or some of these corners are just a little bit soft. So this is our own version. This is obviously super easy to fit as well, don't need to do anything else other than just put it on top of the existing emblem. The downside is, I should say, is that they're fairly high profile. If I show you kind of in the camera, you know, this doesn't look like much, and it's certainly not much. It's maybe 3 mil top to bottom. Don't know what that is in inches. But you know, it's going on top of the existing emblem, so it does add some depth. And then the final version are replacement emblems. So as I say, this is in satin black, and we're looking at getting body paint matched as well, so it'll come in all the usual tester colours. So essentially the same, the 3M piece here with the pull tab, but this is a solid piece, and I don't know if you can see how narrow that is. If I kind of hold them side by side, there is quite a bit of difference, and on the actual car, and we're going to show the installation of this, that's the purpose of this video, it does look a lot more kind of subtle, I suppose, so that's where it's going to fit. So the only other thing you need for the installation, so we do sell an emblem removal kit. This is really by popular demand. In the kit you get, if I just take it all out, so the two important things are, okay, so you get a couple of plastic razor blades. So you get the one with the holder. In fact, I've got one here already, so it looks like that. This blade is replaceable. It's safe on paint, so if you need to scrape away any of the adhesive, that's what we use for that. We have two liquids. So this first one is Rapid Remover. That helps you get any residue off from the 3M tape underneath the existing emblem. And then this Speed Shine, it just kind of reseals the paint after you've messed around with it, because you're probably going to be using this. You may have an alcohol wipe or something like that. So this just kind of takes care of the paint once you're done messing around with it. And then the very last thing, these two things are finger pulls. This is strong nylon string that you just tie in between them, and you use this to kind of saw away at the emblem. You might not need this if you have fishing line, 20-pound plus fishing line or something to get behind the emblem, then great. But if you just want an easy kind of all-in-one solution for removing the emblems, then this little kit is it. So with that said, we're going to go to the car now. We're going to take off the existing front emblem. We're going to replace it with a satin black Frunk emblem, and you can see how that looks. All right, so now here we are at the front of our Model Y. This is the regular factory logo with the vinyl decal over the top. So the first thing I'm going to do is just remove that. Just so you can see, I guess, how easy that is. And then now we've got that off, there's the chrome logo. The first thing we need to do is mark the position of this. This is a really important step. To do that, we're going to use some painter's tape or masking tape. And you just need 3 strips of it. And we're going to get this bottom corner or bottom pointy bit and tie that in with the top there, just like that. We're going to do the same on the other side. Like so. Stick it down properly. And then a piece across the top so we know where to put the arc. Alright, so that marks perfectly where this is going to go. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to try and do this in front of the camera, but everything just slides off, so let me see if that'll sit there. Yeah, it won't. Okay, so I'm just going to snap these together, like so. That makes them into little finger pulls. I'm going to tie one end of the string around one end. So what we need to do, and really I'm just using that to kind of support the string, but we're going to start at one of the narrow ends. So you can either start at the bottom, start at the sides, but we just want to sort of start by sawing away. Now I'm going to carry on just doing this top piece first. And you can see it's kind of sawing the adhesive, so it makes it pretty easy. And the goal here is, if you can, get as much of the adhesive off of the car. So it's pretty easy, pretty nice. Get rid of that bit. Let's start where we were finishing off. If you're using your own fishing line, as I mentioned, 20 or 25 pounds, it might snap a little bit. You'll see other things online that say you can use dental floss. You can. If you do, loop it over a few times because that will also snap. So, but anything works. And it does help if, I'm doing this inside in air conditioning, kind of. But if you are somewhere cold or you're doing this when it's cold, then heat the emblem up with a hairdryer. That'll help just soften the adhesive as well. Okay, almost there. All right, I'm gonna move that out of the way. I'm gonna try and lift this off now with my fingers. Now be careful doing this. The Tesla emblems are actually metal, so they will scratch your paint if you kind of use it to leverage against the paintwork. So with that in mind, let me just get this last bit one more time. There we go, that's gone. All right, so as I mentioned, you can buy the Rapid Tack. If you do that, we're going to soak these pieces in this for a minute or so, and then it'll just wipe away. But it's still a messy exercise, so I'm going to try and just get rid of what's left. So to do that, just use your finger, just kind of roll it. If you're lucky, it'll just come up pretty easily. So not bad at all. There's a little residue left here. Obviously there's a bit here which I'm going to get. But, the more of this stuff, the sort of the bulk of the foam, you want to get that off if you can. The Rapid Tack will get it off as well, but it'll dissolve the foam. Just kind of makes for a bit of a mess that you don't really want to have if you can avoid. So now I'm going to grab a wipe. Hold on. All right, so since I don't have much, I'm not going to spray directly onto the paintwork. I'm just going to spray it onto the one of our wipes, just a regular garage wipe. Just kind of leave it in place just for a second. And then just kind of work it around a little bit. And then, so you'll see it's kind of just dissolved it into a bunch of nothing. And we just want to get the worst of it off. And get a clean wipe. I'm going to give this a blast with just some alcohol as well, just to really clean it up. This is just standard. Well, I've ripped the label off, but isopropyl alcohol that you probably have in your house somewhere. Lens cleaner, something like that will work as well. Alright, so now we've done that, I'm going to grab this emblem. This is, as I say, satin black. Looks like this. I'm going to peel off the backer. And then, as I place this, inevitably, oh, look at my shaky, you're going to cover up one piece of it. So I'm looking down here, just to get the tip of it right there. And I'm looking at this top right piece as well. So, you know, if I did my taping right, if I get those two positioned correctly, then this last bit will be positioned correctly as well. And of course it is. So just apply a little bit of pressure for now. I'm going to grab the top of the T or the arc. Just be a little bit careful peeling this bit off. It's a skinny bit of adhesive, so I want to make sure it stays on the plastic. Kind of looking over the top here a little bit again, starting at this end. And I'm going to not put any pressure on this just yet. I just want to kind of let it lay in place. The trick here is, so that looks pretty good. You know, I'm just kissing the top of this tape, that's fine. But look for this gap to be equal all the way around, because if it's not, it's going to look weird and tacky. So, but that's good. So I'm just going to apply a bit more pressure. Going to grab just a cloth just to apply some even pressure. And then just peel this back. And then kind of as the final thing, I'm going to spray it with some of the Rapid Tack, and that just kind of reseals the paint, gets rid of any other crud. And this you can be a bit more liberal with, so just kind of get it like that. Get a clean wipe. And when that dries, that'll look pretty good. So there you go, that is how you install the ABS emblem on the front of a Model Y. Doing it on the rear is obviously the same. The only consideration is on the rear, it's more upright, so you're kind of working against gravity a little bit more, but other than that, it's very easy. Thank you for watching.